This is Solo P1. Welcome to the final whistle, the Champions League, Liverpool versus, well, it's Inter Milan versus Liverpool. And we won. We won. Let that sink in. We won. Liverpool actually won. There's probably a lot of people out there what probably thought Liverpool would lose. I think there's people actually upset that Liverpool won. These are actual Liverpool fans. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the impression I'm getting via social media. That some Liverpool fans wanted Slot and Liverpool to lose yesterday. It's crazy. But are they Liverpool fans? Or do they just love whining? But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to bring in my co-Q's, my partner in crime, Mr. Toto. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well. What can I say? I'm happy. Just finished a 3-hour stream. But yeah, all good.
So Toto, we are streaming via TikTok, Twitch, same old platforms. Also, this one is for audio, for the iTunes, for the Stitchers, for all of that. So remember, guys, if you like the podcast, recommend it to your friends and family and give it a rating on iTunes as well. If you rate it on iTunes, more people will see or hear our podcast. So there you go. That's enough of there's enough of the shameless plugging. So Toto, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Like I said, doing well. I just finished the stream. Happy that Liverpool won at the end of the day. But yeah, nothing much really.
So the game that we were supposed to lose. This was the game where we were supposed to have lost. Toto Hammer. We're supposed to have lost this game, but we won. And I think we look really good, especially defensively. Toto, what are you saying? That's what I think anyway. I think defensively we look good. It looked like we was kind of playing that 4-4-2 role. We had two up with Isaac and Ekitike. And then we had Sabazalai in right mid. So what did you think of the formation?
No, it was good. It was good. I thought it was solid defensively. Nothing really got past us. Of course, nothing got past us because we conceded 0 goals. I thought we dealt with the attack quite well. I think free kicks were dealt well. Set pieces we dealt with well. But overall defensive performance, we were very, very solid, and we didn't rush anything. We didn't panic. We were very, very calm the way we played, and we woke up. Created a few chances. Of course, we're on a defensive topic now, so I think that, yeah, defensively, very, very good. Virgil Kanata did well. The whole back four did well in tracking back and dealing with the set pieces and stuff like that. Black shot very well, cleared the ball very well. So, yeah, I thought defensive line was very, very good.
Yeah, we were really good. And you know what? Let's address the elephant in the room, I would say. The elephant in the room, which is Mohamed Salah. I think we look better without him. I really, really think we look better without Mohamed Salah, Toto. That's what I think. We look more defense. We look more stronger. We look more leaky. When I say leak, I mean look like we wasn't going to leak any goals. And I think overall we look like the better team. We look more narrow. We look more, clutch. I think that's the right terminology to use. But I think we look better without him. And if Salah did go tomorrow, if Salah did get sold tomorrow, I don't care. I know he's a legend, but I'm a Liverpool fan first. And if he did get sold in January, let's talk about that first before we go on to the review. Innit? If Salah does get sold in January, I don't care. That's it. I'm still going to go to sleep at night and enjoy it. I'm still going to wake up in the morning and do my thing. and I'm still going to support Liverpool and go to the matches and support my team. I've got no loyalty to any player, Toto. No loyalty to any player. My loyalty is to the club, and that's it. I don't want him to leave. If he does leave, I would like him to stay if he could like make it up with the manager. But if he does go, I'm still not going to care either way. Do you know what I'm saying, Toto?
Yeah. Look, I don't mind a player expressing their feelings, and I don't mind that. But I don't mind players being real, because like players expressing themselves and being real. But the thing is, he's done it at the worst time. He's done it at the worst time where we need some encouragement. We need to move forward and start winning football matches. Basically, this is a big result, and I'm glad that we got through it. But regarding Mohamed Salah, look what he's done for us in the past, how he's helped the team, win leagues, trophies, and stuff like that. The reason I say help because Salah in a one-man army. He's a part of a team at the end of the day. The team gets the ball to him and he does his magic. But yeah, he helped the team very, very well in those cup winning seasons. But I think the time where he only speaks out really, maybe about his contract, and now he wants more playing time. The guy only got benched for 3 games.
2.5 games.
2.5 games. Because they did play some minutes. I just think that his performances haven't been good. So if your performances haven't been good, your position in the squad is in danger, basically. If you don't perform well, someone else is going to take over it for you, which again, it's a bother. I get it with Salah, he's used to play every game, usually under Klopp. Klopp never benched him. Especially even in less crucial fixtures, he rarely benched Mohamed Salah. So I get it where Salah's coming from, where he's very, very unhappy at this situation that he wants more minutes, only because he's been benched for 3 games. But at the end of the day, his performances haven't been good. So he deserves to get benched. I'm sorry. The more
sorry to me. I agree.
The more bad performances he has, the more he will have, because he will think, I'll have a bad performance, I'll play next game anyway.
Exactly.
It shouldn't work like that. What it should work is that Salah used to be probably the best player in the world. He used to be the best player for Liverpool, most consistent player. 7 years in a row, most consistent player for Liverpool. But at the moment, he is not that anymore. So it just comes with age. Like the more you get older, the more you're declining. Salah at the moment is probably on his decline, because as you see his recent performances, it hasn't been good. So why should he play? Us Liverpool fans, even before this, was calling for Chiesa to play or someone else to play on the right hand side, because Mohamed Salah's performances hasn't been good. But as soon as Salah speaks out, you can see the narrative's changing, saying, we should play and all that. Look, you used to be the best player, and now you're not. You got other players who are better than you in the squad now. Of course, you got Dominic in there. He's playing on that right hand side. You got Chiesa there, and you got other players who deserve to be in that position. Really, like Chiesa deserves to be getting more games. Szoboszlai, of course, gets games anyway, but something like Chiesa deserves more games. But now Szoboszlai plays over Mohamed Salah, and it seems like it's working out, And us conceding goals, I reckon it's not just down to Mohamed Salah. Of course, he's a factor, because he needs to track back, because Salah is not used to the tracking back, because even though in his day he used to drop back and pick up the ball from his midfielders and stuff like that, as he's getting older, he don't do that now. But he still, as he got older in that old age, he didn't need to track back, because we had the team there. But at the moment, in the crisis we're in, we need as many defensive help as we can. But if Salah can't do that, then it's a problem because let's face it, last season he used to track back still, not a lot, but when we were seeing off the game, he used to track back. But now he don't even do that anymore.
No.
But it's not even about the tracking back. It's just his overall performances haven't been good. Gakpo's had better goals and assists than him. You know?
Yeah.
And that's not like Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, in his day, would have double digits by now.
Yeah.
In goals or assists, or in GA, if you want to add if you want to add goals and assists with each other. It's just that we shouldn't be keeping, a hand on these players. Salah is clearly not happy at the club.
No.
He's clearly not happy with the manager. I'm not sure if they're gonna rekindle their relationship with each other, but it's just the way it is. You got Szoboszlai there is performing. I think Szoboszlai would be pretty unhappy if he got dropped for Salah. He'll be very, very unhappy.
I'm sure he will.
I think it evens the team out a bit and it allows more people to get more minutes. Like Curtis Jones, for an example, is getting more minutes now.
Yeah.
Because you have Wirtz in the middle, you got Szoboszlai on the right, and then you got more midfield options, and you got Gravenberch, McAllister, then you got Jones. Yeah. Or you can go with Wirtz, Jones, and Gravenberch. So it just winds up the pitch a bit. Of course, they're still played anyway, but now maybe we needed that. Look, we know what Salah's like. He's got a big ego. He used to be one of the best players in the world. He used to be the best player for Liverpool. Of course, he's got a big ego and he used to be playing every game. But now it's just not the case.
It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. And it happens in football. He's been a great player for Liverpool. He's been a great player for Liverpool. One of the best. But sometimes things end, well, it's inevitable that things end. And Arne Slot came in. He's got his vision. He kept Robbo there because he sees Kerkez as his vision. Robbo's there just for a little bit, maybe just to help him out because Kerkez is young, innit? But when Robbo comes on, he does perform. He doesn't perform every game, but he has performed better than Salah this season. You can't argue with that one. That Robbo hasn't performed better than Salah. This is why Robbo gets games. Now people are saying that the reason that Mohamed Salah is getting singled out, he's not getting singled out. He said they said they're getting singled out by the owners. It's getting singled out by Slot. Why do you think that? Why do people think he's getting singled out? This is Liverpool Football Club. They are paying him over £400,000 a week. He's on a lot of money for his age. And because he performed last season, what he did last season for Liverpool Football Club was absolutely outstanding. Probably never been done before in that one season he done. It was a record-breaking season. I get it, and I was happy. But the people are saying that we won the league because of Mohamed Salah. No. We didn't win the league because of Mohamed Salah. He was part of the team. You can't win the Premier League on your own. You need your team around you. If you take out Virgil van Dijk and Konate, we're not winning the Premier League. Even if you just take out Virgil van Dijk, we're not winning the Premier League. You take out Alisson, we're probably not going to win the Premier League. You take out certain individuals like Gravenberch. Look how good Gravenberch was last season. He was our best player last season, one of him and Mohamed Salah. You take out Gravenberch last season, we're not going to win the Premier League. If you go back and watch a couple of the Premier League games, our fixtures, the games that Gravenberch was in, we didn't play that good. You remember when Gravenberch was off for about 3 or 4 games?
Yeah.
And everybody was saying it was near Christmas time, and everybody said we need Gravenberch. When Gravenberch come back, it completed the team. So there's not one man that won the Premier League. He contributed, of course he did. But remember, you've got to get the ball to Salah as well for him to score. So it's a team effort. For people say, we won the league because of Mohamed Salah. I just don't agree with that statement. Now, I'm going to say it now. He shouldn't have went to the papers. He shouldn't have went to the press. For me, it was calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. Let's face it. He's not a silly man. He's calculated. He sat on the bench against Inter Milan, not against Leeds. He didn't get a game. So he went to the crowd, started waving to the crowd and saying goodbye to the crowd. And then he went to the changing room, waited for a little bit, and then he went to I think it was the Norwegian press. And he started talking nonsense to the Norwegian press, out and at the Liverpool Football Club, putting more pressure on the club. And at this stage, the way Liverpool are, we are capitulating. We're losing games. We're not winning any games. And this just makes it worse. All this stupidness just makes the situation worse. We were supposed... He says that he loves the club, innit? He says he loves the club, innit? Yeah. Mohamed Salah always says all the time, I love this club. So if you love this club, what are you going to the media for? Why are you going to the media and trying to out the team or out the owners? If you've got a problem with them, why don't you just go and see them directly? Why do you have to out them out in the media? I never heard not one person with a functional brain and say that Mohamed Salah was right what he did. Most people that we can all agree on, we can all agree on what Mohamed Salah did was wrong. It was wrong. He shouldn't have went to the media. That's one thing you do not do in football. That is the cardinal sin, that you go to the media to outside your team. That's what he did. Everybody said he was out in that slot. Then people said he was out at the owners. But the fact is, he shouldn't have done it in the first place. And for me, that's when you break your contract. In my opinion, you break your contract as soon as you do that. Now, there's rumors of saying that they're going to out him out in January. If they out him out in January, it is what it is. No one's bigger than the club. No one. I don't care who plays for this football club. Nobody is bigger than the club. And I've been consistent from the beginning of my YouTube career, all my football career, watching football, watching this club. I don't care who you are. You do not out the team that way, because he's not just letting himself down. He's letting the club down, and he's letting himself down and his friends. Virgil van Dijk, Kanate, whoever his close friends are, you're letting them down, because what you're doing is you're bringing more heat on the club, which we don't need at this point. We need to start winning. We need to start winning football games, and what he did was reckless. And what he's doing is bringing more pressure on the football team, and I don't rate him for that at all. I don't care if you love Mohamed Salah. I don't care if he's one of your favourites. For me, they're just a football player that come and leave. Pause. They come to the football club, they play football, and then they leave. On to the next one. It's like a conveyor belt, isn't it? Yeah. Like a conveyor belt. You got the new ones like an engine, got the new cog in the engine. That one bus up, you bring the next one in. It's just that's all it is. We love the footballers while they're here, and when they leave, they become legends. Not all, but that's how it is. Did you ever see Bobby Firmino ever do this? Bobby Firmino was a gentleman. When he knew his days were done at Liverpool, he went to Jurgen Klopp and he said to Jurgen Klopp, I can't play for this football team anymore. I can't contribute to this team anymore like I used to. So at the end of the season, I'm leaving. That's the way you do it. That's the classic way of doing it. And he left, he got his guard of honor, and now he's a legend. And every time he comes to the club, people love him. Because he done it the right way. You get me? He done it the right... That's the way he's supposed to do it. You don't go to the media and start briefing the media that you're not happy with your situation. You do not do that at the football club. You don't do that at any football club. That is wrong. That is wrong. And that's it, man. It's wrong. So, look, at the end of the day, you know where I stand. I'm never going to change my opinion. I love this football club. I love this football club, and this is who I support. And that's it. I think he was wrong what he did.
Yeah, I was wrong at the end of the day.
I'll be back in 1
Don't agree.
second.
Don't agree with it whatsoever. You know, there's no need to go on like that. And it just shows that we all know Mohamed Salah has a big ego, but it just shows that he just cares about himself. You know, you don't care about the others, you don't care about our situation, he just cares about, some people might say, stat padding. He just wants to do good for his stats. That's why maybe mad that he's not playing. I don't know. I'm just putting out speculation. It's not true. Could be true, could be not. But yeah, Mohamed Salah at the moment, it's just he's just focused on himself and he's just caring about himself only, and that's not good because we all know football is a team game. Football is a team game at the end of the day, and if you're not willing to play with the team, contribute to the team, and not willing to act on it differently in a more better manner, then I don't think you should be playing for this club anymore. Because look, I don't mind players coming out and being real, expressing their feelings, free speech. I ain't got a problem with all that. But the situation he's in, he said it very, very, very wrong, and there was no need to say that. There was no need to say it at this point in time. I'm not saying you should say it in another point of time, but what I'm saying is it's the worst time to say it now, when we're losing. Of course, we just won against Inter Milan, big result. Before, when we were just losing football matches, this is not what we need. This controversy crap, right? I'm gonna say it again. Don't mind free speech. Don't mind all of that. But as soon as you say all that about the manager and think about yourself, there's absolutely no need to say that in the media and make it go viral in public. And he knew what he was doing, you know. And there was no need for doing that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
So let's go straight to the player ratings. I'll bring them up. I've got them on the screen here. So go straight into the player ratings and we can get this done. It's our own fault. We was going to do a bit earlier, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. And that's the way it is. Yeah. A lot of watch along done today. And
At the end of the day, if people want to watch us, they watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go with it. Let's start with. Let's get my notes up. What are you going to start with?
Alisson.
Go ahead.
I mean, really had nothing to do. Alisson. I mean, they kept a clean sheet. Nothing really went past him, so I'll say 6 for Alisson.
Ali. We're just doing this. Yeah, I would say that. Ali.
Yeah. Robbo. Thought again he had a decent game. Solid. Nothing, I thought never really much had an action. Never really had much action on his side. Turned to one-on-one defending and all that, but I thought he kept his line well. Made some good runs. I'll say 6 for Robbo again. He had a good game.
Yeah. 6. Rubble was decent. There you go. Go on, next one.
Virgil, I thought good game, solid, won all his aerials. Again, it was a bit controversial, that so-called handball in the box. But again, which wasn't a handball in my opinion. I'll say 7 for Virgil.
Yeah, I would say 7 as well. This was more like the old Virgil van Dijk of last season. Cruising through the game, winning most of his duels, spraying the ball about the pitch like he done last season. This is more like the old Virgil, you get me? So Yeah, I think that Liverpool always tend to play better when there's controversy going in the back. You know, when people start writing us off, and then that I think that's when we play better. So I think when we went to Inter Milan, everybody expected us to lose, and I think they were the favourites going into this game, and it's understandable, isn't it? They've had a good record in their league, even though their league is not good as the Champions League. I mean, good as the Premier League, but they've had a good record, and we haven't. So I get it why they were the favourites. But yeah, Virgil van Dijk is. I was going to give him 8 for me, but we can do 7.5. I thought Virgil was excellent as well. Really, really good he was. Got the old Virgil van Dijk, innit? That's why I reckon Virgil will go on longer, not than Salah. I reckon Virgil's good for a couple more seasons.
Yeah, definitely.
So the next one is Ibra Konate.
I say the same. I say 7 as well. I thought they both did well. And
Konate was good, wasn't he?
Both did solid, so yeah, nothing went past us, man. It was a solid line.
He was unlucky for that goal as well. He scored as well. He got ruled out. So yeah,
I'll say 7 as well. I thought he did good.
Yeah, it was a boost for Konate, man, to get that goal. I mean the way he played him, you know, he's back to more or less his best as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give him the same as Virgil. Good on the centre backs. Gomez.
I
thought he was alright.
I thought he was good as well. We shouldn't have took him off.
No, he was playing good, wasn't he? But you know why they took him off, though, innit?
Yeah.
They're trying to save him.
Yeah. He looked surprised when he come off. But I thought he was very, very good. He dealt with things well, and Gomez usually steadied the ship on the right hand side. Look, he was subbed off for Bradley, so I'll say 7 for Gomez.
There you go. Let's go on to the midfield. It's Curtis Jones.
Solid game. What can I say? Lost the ball a couple of times in midfield, but it was minor. They never really went on the attack from there. But again, maybe in a Premier League game we could have got punished for that. But again, it's not a Premier League game, is it? So I'm not having to go there. But yeah, Jones for me, I'm gonna give him 6 for a solid game.
Yeah, I would have given a bit more. I think he was one of Liverpool's better players, in my opinion. Was very brave on the ball, always willing to pick up possession. In a congested area, and also showed some of his passion that Liverpool have lacked recently, really. So I'm gonna give him a 7.5, 7. Say 7.
Yeah.
Did you give him 7?
I said 6.5, but you can just do 7.
All right. Who's there with Gomez? So let's move on to McAllister. McAllister.
I think he should have been subbed off in the 60th minute, second half. Look, to be fair, last 2-3 minutes of the game, he came alive and he started playing well. But again, overall, I thought I had a quiet game. I'll say 5 for Maka. Because I thought last 15, he picked it up again. He made that great tackle at the end, so 5 for Maka.
For me, this is where I thought Slot made a mistake. I think when they made the subs, they should have took off McAllister, put on Wirtz. I think that would have been the obvious rotation, but he didn't. So, but it is what it is with one. But that's what I would have went with. I would have put on Wirtz instead of McAllister, and I would have kept Isak on. That's just my opinion. And to see how Wirtz plays with Isak, because the last time they played together, Isak got a goal, didn't he? So I would have liked to see that partnership between Wirtz and Isak a little bit longer. You get me? Because Isak, look there, they didn't get the ball to Isak. I know he's not running as good as he used to be. He seems tired. Looks like he needs a coffee when he comes on, an injection boost. He needs something to get him going, because it seems like he's got no energy. His energy levels are really low. But I think bringing on Wirtz would have helped him out, because you know how Wirtz does some world-class passes, but he didn't. So we'll move. Regarding McAllister, Arguably a very small step in the right direction of McAllister, because I don't think he's been that good for us this season, and along with Mo as well. But he did put the hard work in. He put the graft. You can see he was working hard. He looked like he needed. Every time we see McAllister play, halfway through the game, he always looks like he's knackered. But as for McAllister, I'll give him a 6. What about you? What did you give him again?
I said 5 for McAllister.
I'll go with 5.5 then. Give him a 5. I'll stick with it. Right, let's move on to Curtis Jones. Let's go.
We're done, Curtis.
Oh, we done Curtis Jones? Oh, yeah, we did then. Sorry. Let's move on to Dominic Szoboszlai.
Very, very good. Worked right up there. You look very, very active. Got the winning penalty as well. But yeah, I can say about Szoboszlai is very, very creative in that game. He made a lot of stuff happen. I say 8 for Sobo. Thought he did very well. And won the win. Got the winner as well.
Yeah, Dominic Szoboszlai. That penalty was phenomenal. I'm glad that we got him to take the penalty because he never misses.
Yeah.
Captain of a dynamic display from the Hungarian for me. He was still winning the ball back and forth ends of the field into the 10 minutes of the game, into the last 10 minutes of the game. The other thing with the Szoboszlai, I hope he doesn't fall off because he's doing a lot of running and he has been playing a lot of positions on the football pitch. And I just hope that we don't burn him out. So after Christmas, the second half of the season, when we try and make him run for that top 4 or we try and make him run for the Champions League, hopefully we don't burn him out,
Yeah.
That because he's playing every single game and that will catch up with him at the end of the season, like he caught up with Gravenberch last season. I just hope we can sub him. If we're winning games like 2-3-0, sub him. But I don't think he's going to. And that's the only thing with Szoboszlai. I hope, because I think if Szoboszlai falls off the way we are, I think we're going to be in trouble. He's our Iron Man of the football team. So I'm going to give Szoboszlai. I was going to give him a 9, but we can go with that 8.
Is it 8.5?
8.5, if we've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to Isak, the man who needs a coffee. The reason I'll say that because I was watching some talk sport the other day, and one guy said when it comes on, it looks like he needs a coffee.
Look, with Isak, there's plenty of arguments for this, but I think his overall performance, he weren't active. He lost the ball. Every time he had possession, he lost it. Even though you're not getting a service as a striker, you still want to make the basic passes right. And he lost it every time. You could have held the ball a bit more. His hold up play was poor. His service, this is in defense of Isak, I thought his service is pretty poor. But again, he was very, very inactive. He looked lazy. Lost the ball. Didn't hold up properly. It's just poor play from Isak. I'll say 3 for Isak.
Yeah. Have we reached that point now where his lack of pre-season can no longer be used as an excuse? Dreadful performances by Isak. 0 contributions really.
Yeah.
Added nothing to the game. But I still think that he will come good. He will click. And I think he's going to click in the second half of the season. But like I said, I want to see him play more with Florian Wirtz. That's what I want to see. Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, Isak. That's what I want to see. That combination. I want to see more specifically with Florian Wirtz, because I think Florian Wirtz is going to add a lot to Isak's game. He'll get the balls to him, span the balls to him, the free balls, whatever. Because you know how Wirtz is. But I think when he plays with Isaac, I think it's gonna be a perfect combination. A bit like when you had De Bruyne and Haaland. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3 as well. The guy needs to wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up,
he
man.
does.
Wake up. Stop sleeping. Wake up. So let's move on to the next one. You got Ekitike.
I mean, another one who had a banger performance.
He wasn't that really good, was he?
Wasn't really involved. Didn't really get the runs in. I know he dropped back to pick up the ball, which is kind of his role. You know, he usually drops back, picks up the ball from the defenders, from the midfielders, you say. But again, it's not good enough. He had a great performance last game against Leeds. But again, maybe you can say, look, when you're against a low block, a defensive sound Inter Milan team, who's got great defenders, got great centre backs, that it can be hard for strikers. But at the end of the day, that's Premier League for you as well. Every team we play against is going to play a low block. Mostly every team in the Premier League plays a low block. You know, that way you play. And so, you know, when it's just, for me, normal defending, you lose the ball, everyone tracks back. It's just normal defending for me. But in Slot's eyes, whatever, or in a manager's eyes, it's a low block, basically, right?
Yeah.
Every team we play against, they're going to go against a low block. So, can we use that excuse as well? Or could we play against a low block? It's isolated. No. You have to move. You have to show movement. And I didn't see that enough from Isak. I didn't see no runs in behind. I didn't see no movement, you know, active movement. Not just 1 or 2 times you're running behind. Full 90 minutes. With Ekitike, you can see he was trying to make something happen. And he's a different type of striker to Isak, isn't he? But, yeah, he's just... I'll say 5 Ekitike. Weren't bad. He just had this average performance.
Yeah. I agree, Toto. Hugo Ekitike. Where is he? There you go. Right, let's move on to the subs. Conor Bradley, for me, a bit strange that he didn't start, given he's suspended for the weekend's Premier League clash with Brighton. He was brought on midway through the second half and immediately set up a chance for Ekitike before going to close to scoring himself, and nearly scored himself. He hit into the net. I think he hit into the net. But I'm going to give Conor Bradley a 7. I thought when he came on, he looked lively. He looked like he was doing his job and nearly scored, nearly set up Ekitike. And I thought he looked good.
Yeah, he
So I'm
came
surprised
on.
he didn't start as well. So
Came on, looked good, active.
Looks
yeah,
like he had his ready break.
Yeah, 6 for Conor.
I gave him 7, so 6.5. Florian Wirtz.
Came on, he looked active, didn't he? You know,
Yeah, brilliant.
things opened up. I'll say 6.
I love the way he plays football, man. It's just wicked.
I'll say 6.5 for him. I thought he
Another
created
surprise omission from the starting up. The German. For me, this game was tailor-made. This game was, it was good, man. Brothers was good.
Wirtz is very good.
You know what's weird? Big up to Marco Collier. Welcome to welcome back, bro.
That's Stefano, isn't it?
Yeah, Stefano. I'll just call him Marco Collier when he's on here. The thing about it, with Wirtz, I would have started Wirtz. I thought this game was tailor-made for Florian Wirtz. It was tailor-made. The slow tempo football. That's what he likes. That's what he was like. That's why he's good in the Champions League. Because in the Champions League, it's more slower pace. In the Premier League, it's fast paced, aggressive. But in the Champions League, when you go to Europe, even though England's Europe, when you go abroad, what happens? The football is more slow. It's a slow tempo. So I thought the Champions League, this game, specifically Inter Milan, because you know Inter Milan, they play a lot of that slow football. That's ideal for Florian Wirtz because that gives Florian Wirtz more time on the ball. But for some reason, Slot didn't start him, which I thought was weird, Toto.
Yeah. Wirtz is very, very good to come on, create chances.
8 out of 10, I agree.
I'll say yeah. So I was going to say 7, but we can meet in the middle. Do 7.5 if you want to. Verge created chances when he come on, and he was active. Can I say he was lively?
Yeah. I don't know, putting that on there. I think my finger's frozen. Oh yeah, I totally agree. So we're gonna do Bert. Figgy's left as well. So they've both left off.
He's left as well.
Yeah, he left early because he was arguing or something. But I mean, that's 2 gone now. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
On, man. Just look. There's no like. I don't mind a debate.
Chill, man.
I love debates, but sometimes it can go a bit deep. If you know what I mean. But I'll leave it there.
It's just chill. We got that. Hold on. So who's in Stefano?
Stefano and Timican.
So who are we talking to now? Is it Stefano?
Stefano.
I'm gonna add him back. Let me just add you one. Carry on talking, Toto.
Yeah. Verts had a brilliant game when he come on, and I think Slot maybe tried to try something new, not starting Verts and see how he did, but you can see that how Verts is a very, very key player for us when he comes on. Very, very key player, and he needs to play majority of the games. And again, he can break down a low block as well. And he came on, he played left wing, and he still done well. Playing on the left-hand side, not necessarily left wing, because apparently Slot was playing that 4-4-2 diamond, so he was playing more left mid or left attacking mid, whatever you want to call it. 4-2-2, you know. But yeah, you know, I thought Verts is a key man for us, and he needs to start him. It's basically that. Bradley as well, when he come on, shows he's the key player. We've got so many good players in our squad. We've got so many good players, but we just need to click at each other and get in the rhythm, basically.
So we do flying Verts. What did you do, flying Verts?
7.5.
Yeah. 7.5. Right. Let's move on to the next one. Arnie Slot, big head Slot.
Well, good, managed the game good. I didn't like the Bradley and Gomez substitution. I thought Maka should have been off, but look, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna make a complaint over a small thing. We won the game at the end of the day. Got no feelings, we won. So I'll say 8 for Arnie Slot. Thought he did really well. Managed the game. Defensively solid. I thought the system that he played was very, very unique. Not unique, but very, very good. But yeah, he did really well, Slot, and played the right players. And I think the way he set defensively was good. The way he set up offensively, I think our strikers kind of let us down with the lack of movement. I thought Ekatike did okay in terms of, dropping back into midfield and picking up the ball from there. But Isak, for an example, I thought very inactive. The way he moves was a bit lazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, at the end of the day, we'll click in the end. Ekatike and Isak will click. One of them will click, and one of them will be our starting striker. I don't think we have figured out that who will be our starting striker.
Yeah.
It's who works better with who. It's that Isak works better with Verts, Isak works better with Gakpo, or Ekatike works better with whoever around him. It's who they work well round them. Is key in who we find our starting players. But in the end, it will click, but it depends. It's who basically will be our starting striker or whatever like that. We're struggling to find our starting striker. That's the thing. We've just like Isak, Ekatike. One time Ekatike has a good game, and then we go with Isak. He has a bad game or average game, and we go with Ekatike again. We're flip flopping. We need to find a certified starter, and then go from there. I think at the moment Ekatike is looking more like the starter. That's just me. I think we certify Ekatike as a starting player regularly, and then Isak can build himself up and become better for it. Because if Isak's known as the bench player, of course, we think, oh, you spend 100+ million on Isak, why aren't you starting him? Well, it's not as easy as that because Ekatike can be performing okay as well, better than Isak this season.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it that way. You got to take the price tag crap out of it. You got to say he's playing better. Ekatike, Isak. Ekatike is playing better, right? You're the certified starter. Because you keep flip flopping, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get it with him. You need all the players to be certified where they are. Like Gomez, for an example, keep Gomez at right back, keep the back four. Robbo, the thing is that an exception that Robbo and Kirk has rotated, but again, Kirk is a certified starter. Gravenberch certified starter. Vert should be a certified starter. Sabazlai certified starter on the right hand side. We need certified starters in this team so we can go from there.
Yeah. But honest, what are you giving honest lot?
8.
I agree. I think honest that was the only thing I didn't agree should have stayed. And Verts, but apart from that, I think he made the team unstoppable really today. No leaking goals, kept us tight, compact, hard to break down, and after all the background noise with Mohamed Salah and all that, he kept the team good, and I respect him for that. And yeah, I'm gonna 8 out of 10 for Big Ed Slot. So for Arnie Slot, he's gonna get the video. You know what makes me laugh, Toto? There's something what just came to me, right? It just comes to my head.
So you got your pop filter, whatever.
What's wrong?
Oh yeah, because it was cutting out a bit.
You know what's a bit weird to me, Toto? What's really it just got to me, yeah? You remember back in the day when everybody always used to criticize Real Madrid because they wanted to get rid of the manager after 6 or 7 games? This is what we're doing now. Well, this is what we're doing now. They used to say, I'd hate to be Real Madrid because when Real Madrid have a manager, if they're not good after 7-8 games, yeah, they want to get rid of him. And they want to do with Javier Alonso. This is what we're doing with our fan base, with all this lot. After the first 5 or 6 games, we won them. But you know, when we started going through our turmoil for about 5 or 6 games, yeah, then people wanted them out there. So that's just the same thing as Real Madrid. We're doing what Real Madrid does. As soon as you drop 5 or 6 points or here and there, we want you gone. You get me, Toto?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
we don't
want to do double standards over here. You know, look, I think Slot can work it out. It's just when you buy so many new players, it takes time to build. It takes time to get a rhythm and get something flowing, right? It takes time, and once it clicks, I think we're going to do very well. But we can't just say, look, if someone says flat out, I'm not going to argue with you. Understand your point. That the performances this season haven't been good enough as a whole. At the end of the day, you got to think about it. Slot had a season, had a team last season, which he coached very well, but all the players knew how to play with each other. They all knew each other. They knew how to play with each other, and the team was there. He still coached it, which are big up for him. He won the league in his first season. It's not easy. You know, he won the league in his first season, and I'll thank him that for life, giving us our 20th league title. And I think Slot can turn it around. But last season, he had players who knew each other, who were good with each other, who can play with each other, who knew each other, you know, all that, had a rhythm going and a flow going. But now, this season, when you buy all these new players, it takes time. Like, you experience Sabazlai on the right, you got a Vert coming in, you got an Isak coming in, you got an Ekatike coming in, you got Frimpong coming in. Of course, he's injured at the moment. But, of course, when you get new players in and change the lineup a bit, because let's face it, Slot has been changing the lineup and the formation multiple times this season. So again, that's a factor as well. Unsettled team, new signings. New sign needs to settle into the team. I think Wirtz is setting in perfectly. I think Ekitike is almost there. Isak still needs to settle in the team, right? We still have all these new signings to settle in the team and work good with each other. At the moment, it's coming good. It's slowly getting there, but it's not going to be just like that. When you buy all these new players, right, after you've just won the league, you buy all these new players, it takes time for the players to gel. Forget the price tag at the moment. Forget the price tag. Because price tag is a price tag at the end of the day. Oh, you spent 100 million. He should be on the ground flowing, right? In a way, yeah. When you spend that much for a player, you expect them to be in the lineup and hit the ground flowing, but they're not because they're working with new players. And say Haaland, for an example. When Haaland went there, he already had good wingers there for him. He's a poacher kind of striker. He had two good wingers. He had De Bruyne. The link up there was amazing. As soon as he come from Dortmund, he was hit the ground running in the Premier League because you know why? Pep knew what he was doing. He set the team around him. Had two good wingers and a midfielder that can feed in the ball and get service as that poacher kind of striker, right? But with our team, you can see it's a bit unsettled. Like we've been changing formations. We don't know what striker we're gonna build round. We don't know if we don't know if where to put Sobo or we don't know where to put Wirtz. It will eventually click and have a one lineup that will work. Have Wirtz as the free roam, have Szoboszlai on the right, have Gakpo on the left, have either Isak or Ekitike at the moment. I'll have Ekitike there and striker, and then set our certified starters, like I said before, and then from then we can start settling in, and the players will get settled in, and then we'll know who our starters are and who our bench players are, because bench players need to be bench players, and those bench players will try their hardest to get in the started lineup. That's how it should be. And again, play the bench players for the less crucial fixtures in the FA Cup, for an example, less crucial fixtures in the FA Cup that we know we can win, but still have some ceilings on the bench. You know, but as a whole, we just got to find out our main team really. And our main formation, like that diamond formation, worked very, very well. I thought was solid defensively, but are we going to play that throughout the rest of the season? That's the thing, because Slotter's done this multiple times. He had a formation which was good, and next game,
then he changes it.
He changes. So we've got to find one formation, one system that everyone can work around, really.
Yeah, totally agree. And he said Michael Corleone said in Jones in midfield because he keeps the ball better. Yeah, he does keep the ball good. Also, the thing is we're 10th. It sounds bad. Ha ha ha. Hopefully we can turn it around.
Yeah.
Yes. If we stay mid-table, I totally see why people want to change. Yeah, everyone's got their opinion. Everyone's got their opinion. But like I said, club comes first before any player. So that's it, Toto. We're heading off. That's the end of the final whistle. Thanks for joining, Michael Corleone. Thanks for joining the stream. Anything you want to say before we head off, Toto? It's 59 minutes coming up to that hour, so...
Nothing really.
We will be back tomorrow for the player lineup, by the way.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Player lineup for the weekend. That will be tomorrow, and that's what we're doing, man. And I think next week, there's more next week. I know there's no more men's Champions League now till Christmas. I think that's it for the now, but the women's Champions League is still continuing. That's next week. It's going to be Paris, PSG, or one of them teams versus Barcelona. And I will be covering that in the watch along, and also the Barcelona game on the weekend as well. The Barcelona women, not the men. I don't care about the men. The Liverpool watch along this weekend as well against Brighton. We'll be covering that. So yeah, man, that's it, bro. That's weird enough, man. Good stream. And if you're watching on the replay, remember to hit that subscribe. And also for the people on the audio, recommend it on iTunes. Big up to the TikTokers. Big up to everyone. See you later, guys. See you later, Toto. That's it, man. I never get the trailer right, you know. Anyway, big up. Boom.